Hello Leo, and welcome to Positive Light Tarot. My name is Tracy and I am so happy that you've joined me here for your weekly reading. So this reading is going to cover November 10th to the 16th. Now we're moving through a very powerful 1111 portal. So this is like a gateway to divine alignment and manifestation. So a very powerful time coming up this week. Now also we're in the midst of Mercury retrograde. That started on the 9th, so it's from the 9th until the 29th of November. So this can bring opportunities to kind of pause, reflect, review, and maybe realign your energy as well. So, you know, and really what it's doing is it's almost preparing us for forward movement, right? So we're going to prepare ourselves before we take those steps. All right, Leo, we're going to get right into your reading now. I want to first of all welcome all of you, those of you that are new and returning to my to Positive Light Tarot site. I truly appreciate it, and I hope that you enjoy your reading today. Leo, we're going to gather your angel message and the angel number. We will reveal it at the end of the reading. So let's see, spirit guides for my beautiful Leos. Thank you. All right, time to get into this reading, starting with your angel message. Now, this is a message the angels would like to share with you before we get into, you know, all the heart and soul of the reading. So let's see what they would like to share. And it's usually something that's quite significant. It's something that we will refer back to during the course of the reading as well. So let's see what they would like to share with you. Spirit guides, we've got one there. I'm going to keep going. You've got two. Here we go. We're starting with number 2. It says, angels of healing are with you. It says, a time of healing is about to bless your life. Accept Archangel Raphael's emerald green light while I enhance your strength. All right, so strength is being given to you. And, you know, I know it's just sounds, you know, a little overwhelming sometimes. And I know we talk about healing so much, and it's because there are so many facets of our life that we're always continuously healing. But this is just really nice to know that what's really happening behind the scenes here is that, you know, Archangel Raphael is really helping you with your strength, giving you more strength. And you know what? We could all do with a little bit more strength. And then they also want you to have number 13. It says, get your power back. It says, you have forgotten who you are. And if you have forgotten who you are the child of the divine. So it's time to take back your power. And you know, those are two very powerful messages coming from your angels. There are times where we get a little lost, especially with the world we live in today. You know, we've got a lot of pressures. We've got a lot of things happening. You know, it's not like we can just, you know, focus on one thing sometimes. We have to multitask. So, you know, this is really all about gaining your strength, having a better understanding of who you are and recognizing your strengths, and then taking that power back. This is powerful energies. These are really nice energies. All right, Leo, we're going to get your major arcana cards. So I've pulled the 22 major arcana cards out of the deck. Let's see which one represents you for the week from your beautiful angels. And you've got the priestess, also called the high priestess in some of the other traditional decks. It's number 2. See, 2s seem to be a very important number so far. We'll see if they continue to come out, but I'm seeing that 2 seems to be quite repeated here. But the priestess, high priestess here is all about trusting in your intuition. And you know, we find our strength sometimes with following in our intuition. And I feel also too, Leo, if you do feel like you've got, you know, Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, you've got the angels sort of surrounding you this week to give you the strength that you need as well, maybe to take your power back. The high priestess is going to deliver those messages intuitively to you as well. So really be open to the signs and the synchronicities that are happening around you. And 2 could very well be one of those numbers that really provides you with a lot of details. So let's see as we continue with the rest of your cards to see what else comes up here. We're going to now get into your energies. Let's find out what your incoming energies are for this week as well. All right, for Leo, spirit guides for the beautiful sign Leo. All right, we're going to need a time for a nap. I think there's a lot of, with Mercury retrograde, I'm not shocked to see that. We'll read the bottom of the deck in just a moment. I really do want to get into number 24 here, which is time for a nap. It's time for some rest. Sometimes we all need a timeout. And I think it's because I think that you have been actively pursuing things. I think that you've been trying to really make some big moves. I think for some of you, you've really had a lot on your plate. And, I think we see sort of that sort of up and down sort of energy where, you finally feel like things are coming to conclusion, and then maybe something else kind of comes in. I feel like you've just got a lot going on, and what the angels are trying to say that this week, especially since this is kind of the beginning full week of Mercury retrograde, this is really a good time for you to take some time out for yourself. We can't be strong if we are tired and if we haven't nourished ourselves, our mind, our body, our soul. Like if we're not nourishing it, then how are we really accomplishing anything? So I think what they're really just trying to stress to you, time to nurture you, time to take care of yourself. If you need some time to just get away, sometimes it's just going for a walk or, reading a book, or, it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to go and literally take a nap. It's just saying that, there's nothing wrong with nurturing what you need. All right. You don't always have to be thinking about everybody else. You don't always have to be running in circles, trying to get things done. Sometimes taking that deep breath and taking that time for yourself actually helps you recenter yourself. It helps you ground yourself. And then honestly, your productivity is going to be that much better. So I think that this is really what they're trying to focus on. Now, when we look at the number 10, the unfinished symphony at the bottom of the deck, this is sort of the underlying energy that's kind of going on for the week. There is something that you need to put closure to. And this could be a very good week for that. With the 1111 portal that's opening up, this is a great time to manifest things as well. So maybe, stepping into your power. All right, this is going to be a very, very important time to get that sort of alignment and to really manifest the things you want to put closure to. And I think that because you're taking, and if you really do follow the advice of your angels and really take some time for yourself, you will be able to really focus so much better. And with proper focus, you will be able to discover what it is you need to do to close out a certain chapter in your life so that you no longer feel that it's unfinished. All right. We want to finish it. Whatever we've started, we want to finish. And the number 10 is a very positive number in that alignment as well, because 10s are about completing cycles. So that's a great start as well. Let's now get into your tarot cards. We're going to get 3 rows of 2. So beginning, middle, and end of week, but please always use your own inner guidance, with those messages. So let's start with the first 2, and then we will clarify each one. So let's start there. Okay, we've got 1 there. And 1 more, please, for the beautiful sign Leo. There we go. All right, we'll just put those aside there. All right, we've got, see, you do need to take a nap this week. You do need to take some time out for yourself because the 1111 portal happens on Tuesday. All right. And I think that you really are getting ready to take flight here. I think that something is ready to expand for you. And you're going to need all the energy you possibly can get because this is going to be some exciting times. All right, so we've got the 3 of Wands and the King of Pentacles. So the 3 of Wands we're going to start with here. This here is very much about waiting for your ship to come in, but it shows that you're already prepared. It means that the plans that it's like the plans are already in motion. So it could somewhat connect with the unfinished business or unfinished symphony because you're looking and waiting for your time to start excelling here. You could be waiting for a sign. You could be waiting on documents or proposals of some sort. There could be a move. You're waiting for movement of some sort. But you know, with the sky shining so bright, it really shows that you've put, I almost feel like you've really aligned things properly. So you've taken the first step, you've taken the second step. Now, really all you can do is now wait for whatever that is, okay? And sometimes it is. Sometimes it's just communications that say, okay, it's time to go now. So I feel like there's great expansion coming here for you. Your ship is coming in. All right, now we've got the King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles also illuminated by the beautiful sunshine here with the yellow in the background. King of Pentacles is all about building stability in your life, and I really feel like this is you. Okay, this is what you're thinking. This is what you're focusing on. You want to provide some sort of sense of strong, stable foundation in your life financially for some of you. Pentacles is all about sort of being in the physical, all right? So it's really all those things in life that provide you with that sense of stability and what is of value to you. So of course it's going to be different with each of you, Leo, because we all have different values. But the King of Pentacles is striving towards that. Kings are leaders. See, you are taking your power back. The angels are saying it's time to take your power back. You are in some sort of expansion that's happening. All right, there's growth here, and it's growing in a nice way here as well. All right, it's leading you towards stability. All right, financial planning, business planning, great strong business tactics. All right, let's get the clarifier for the Three of Wands. Okay, you've got two here, and you see, now you've got the Four of Swords. These two wanted to come out together, so they're to clarify this Three of Wands. The Four of Swords is the time for a nap. All right, it's really saying that this is a time, you know, before this big growth happens, before this expansion really starts to take flight, really enjoy the moments of rest. There's blessings coming in for you, Leo, and it is time for you to regain your inner strength before the whole hustle and bustle starts, because I really feel like even maybe just after that portal opens, you're going to start to see things coming in for you. And the Eight of Pentacles shows that you are really mastering something here. Paying attention to the details and focusing on that is going to be a strength for you, okay? Strength. It's how you get your power back, because your unique skills are what have gotten you where you are today. It's your business planning. It's the way that you go about doing it. Eights are about creating some abundance as well. So I do feel like you are almost really planning things quite carefully. I think it's time to take it all in. The hard work that you've been putting into something is going through a growth spurt or through some sort of expansion. Let's get the King of Pentacles. Let's find out. Finances are looking quite healthy here. Ooh, okay. We're just going to take that one there. This one here, it just kind of fell. This here is the Nine of Cups. All right, this is all about leading towards your emotional and wish fulfillment, the things that truly bring happiness, joy in your life. You know, half the battle is figuring out what those are. But I do believe that this 1111 portal is going to be a gateway that opens for you, that is going to be something that provides you with feeling that sense of alignment, like you're moving closer and closer towards what you really have been wishing for. Now, some of you could be wishing that you do have more stability in your life. It could be through a stable partnership, could be through business partnerships, could be through love as well. If it is, you know, the King of Pentacles is very much Taurus energy, and we did just go through a super moon in Taurus, so that Taurus energy is certainly circulating around us. Could also represent Capricorn or Virgo as well. But I feel like you are really in alignment right now with something in your life you've been hoping for to create that solid foundation. And it's not like this comes like a miracle. It's not like one of those wishes that, you know, is unrealistic. I feel like this is a very grounded, this what you're wishing for is very practical and it's very grounded, which means it has all the capabilities of really becoming something. All right. It's not something that's going to be left unfinished. I almost feel like the Nine of Cups, which is your wish fulfillment, is something that is actually coming into alignment. Let's get the next two cards. 2 cards for Leo, please. Spirit guides. Thank you. Tower. Everybody's getting Tower cards. We've got a lot of Tower moments happening in the world as well, certainly, but it's all about the changes that are happening as well. All right, so we see that there is a huge change coming in for you. All right, the Tower card number 16, it shows that we're really, I feel like the wishes that you have are so much more practical now, that they have the capability of becoming part of your real life. And the Tower is really, the people coming down from the Tower are being brought back down to reality. And I feel like this is almost really like seeing the practical side of change. All right, this change. And then the Page of Swords underneath it is a message. Your own curiosity is what's bringing these changes about as well. There is some sort of insight or clarity that comes in. Maybe it sheds some light on how to make some practical changes in your life. But this Tower card is definitely changes. They might feel sudden, but we want to see change because we do not want to keep going round and round or feel like we're not closing chapters in our life. Let's see with the Tower card. And you've got the Judgment. These are 2 huge cards. Both of these are all about inevitable change. And remember, with a powerful portal of 1111 happening, there is big changes happening. There is big divine alignment happening. And I do believe that there is a major restructure happening in your life. You're taking your power back. When we take our power back, we go through a Tower moment because we're all of a sudden, we're realizing that we need to build something stronger in our life. And it starts with, you're almost saying it starts with me. The Judgment card, okay, inevitable change. So these changes that are coming are bringing a new sense of fresh renewal for you as well. Compassionate reviews of your past, being able to discover what you have learned from your past, whether or not, that's from years and years ago, or past can be, it can really transmute into so many different things. But the Judgment card is really about bringing that great sense of fresh renewal. Okay, so there is a new beginning here for you. The Page of Swords is the message. Let's see what this message is. And then you've got the Queen of Wands. I think you are very inquisitive. I think you are searching for answers. I think you are seeking these answers. And I think that you're actually making some bold moves. I think that you're not just sitting around and waiting for the messages to come in. Sometimes we do. Sometimes we sit back and we say, oh, well, we'll just wait and get the answers. But I feel like you're taking the action, because the Queen of Wands, she doesn't just sit there. She wants to make a difference. She wants to move forward. She wants to see growth. She wants to expand. And the Queen of Wands is very much Leo energy. She's fiery energy, no gender, of course. So I really feel like you are holding a wand of opportunity here, and I feel like you yourself are out there and you are getting the answers. You're not waiting for somebody to give you the answer. You're taking the bull by the horns here. All right, let's get the next 2 cards. You're taking charge. In fact, it's showing very much power, very much in a powerful position. All right. Okay, so we've got those 2 cards. Makes a lot of sense. You'd get strength. See, there's action being taken here. And yes, are we in Mercury retrograde? Sure, but that doesn't mean we can't be, still be making plans to move forward. We're always going to be moving forward, whether or not we're in a Mercury retrograde or not. Now, the 8, the Strength card, is a representation of you. And that Strength card certainly comes in alignment here with the messages that you received right at the beginning from your angels. So it shows that you have an incredible, powerful energy, a courageous spirit, and a great sense of determination. Not only that, there's a lot of positivity coming through with this Strength card. It means that you're very optimistic, and being optimistic, remember, thoughts become things. We want to manifest good things. We have to be as optimistic as we possibly can. There's a reason why you have the infinity sign over your head in this card, because you have infinite possibilities, and that shows right here with that High Priestess as well, because there's nothing over top of her head. Like, there's nothing that prevents her from bringing heaven to earth here as well. So you've got a lot of opportunities. This Knight of Wands is very much a representation of fiery energy. It's Sagittarius energy, very bold, dynamic, ready for an adventure. There is definitely movement here. I'm seeing that you are preparing things quite nicely for some sort of a big move. The Tower card shows that adjustments are coming into play, and a new renewal is certainly part of that. Let's get for the Strength card. Let's get your clarifier for the Strength card. This is for Leo. All right. What would you like to share? There we go. You look at, you got the King of Pentacles again. All right. Twice in your reading. Oh, you are in a powerful position. I think that you hold whatever you are planning and whatever your strategic standpoint is. You know, I almost feel like you're really grounding your energy very well here. You're almost really thinking of things quite practical. And this is all about providing long-term stability in your life. And it almost feels like a sense of freedom, because kings are leaders. And remember, the first King of Pentacles over here is clarified by that Nine of Cups, which is towards your wish fulfillment. You have the strength and capability and the determination to create that stability in your life. Let's see the Knight of Wands. There could be a move of some sort of movement. And then you got the Emperor. You have got incredible, powerful cards this week. And I think a lot of it has to do with the very first message, number 13, get your power back. It says you've forgotten who you are. You are the child of the divine. And take your power back. Well, it certainly shows in every single card that is placed on this table before us today. The Emperor is really the collaboration of all four kings in the tarot deck. He is Aries energy, so he is, again, very bold. He's fierce. He's going to go for something. He's structured, and he does have discipline. And I feel like there is definitely some sort of movement, or you are definitely taking action towards something. You've been waiting, and I think the unfinished symphony, you've been waiting a long time for that new, fresh renewal. And I think there's big, massive changes happening with the 1111 portal that you're going to see these changes come in for you. All right, let's get to your angel message. Now that we have all the angel cards down here, now that all the messages are here, we're going to get one more. There we go. We've got 2 here. All right. Number 16, and that is the same number as the Tower card. It says to conform is to die inside. So you need to be brave and be yourself, and that is so true. The last thing we ever want to do is conform. We have to be who we are. And it even says it was in one of these cards that it said that you need to be who you are. And that's what it is right here. You are a child of the divine. And really what it's saying is do not forget who you are. Be brave and be yourself. And that's that Strength card, because that's a representation of Leo. And then the second one you have is number 26, and it says, the love of your dragon reaches out to you. The realm of your truth is opening up. Your own realm of your own truth is opening up. And I think that you are starting to really get a better understanding of what your needs are, who you are, what your needs are, and how you take that and you expand that. Because you've been putting a lot of work and a lot of hard detail into things, and I really feel like there's a big move of some sort happening for you, a big shift happening for you. All right, I want you to keep number 2 as a very important number, because we did get those 2s right in the beginning. Now let's just see. You did get a lot of people in your reading, but you know what? 8s could also be another indication, and of course number 16, because you did get number 16 twice. All right, but the most important angel number right now is this one. 666. Reflect. It says love, affection, compassion, kindness, attention, and self-love. Self-love could be also a representation of that 4 of Swords and that time for a nap. So it says several unexpected developments will enter your life and impact how you feel. This is the chance to reevaluate your identity. You need a mental shift towards greater optimism, self-assurance, and trust. Put your faith in your gut and inner voice and pay attention to your feelings and use them to help you become the person that you're meant to be. You know, this card is all about reflecting, about taking that power back. Sometimes along the way, and it happens to all of us, we just need to be reminded of who we truly are. And I believe that this is going to be a very impactful week for that. So 666, honestly, I think 666 is a beautiful number. We have to remember that sixes are about harmony and responsibility. It's about love, family, nurturing, compassion, and healing. So this is a very important number. Okay, thank you so much, Leo, for joining me for your weekly reading. I certainly hope it resonates. Please let me know by liking, sharing, subscribing, and please leave comments. I truly appreciate your energy. And until next week, sending love, light, and positive vibes.